Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Disco Elysium. In the last episode, we celebrated a semi-successful first day. Kim helped pay for the damages that we had done to our room, and we're allowed to spend the night here again. The body is ready for processing, although I would like to store it, if possible, in order to further search it or investigate it a little more. We're missing something. I don't know what it is. We need to talk with the other children, and the only other child I can think of is the little girl who's outside of that bookstore that we saw. So we'll try talking with her and seeing if maybe she knows what we're supposed to do with the body. In any case, we've had a pretty good day. A heads up, everyone, that between this video and the last video, my computer had many issues. Or rather, well, really just one issue. The hard disk, which this game was on, and many others, along with the disk which I did all of my recording to, my video editing on, gave up the ghost a week ago. I've gotten some new disks in, some solid states to replace the old spinny drives. They should hopefully last a little bit longer than the last one did. But this did mean that I had to reinstall everything. This also meant, because something else I discovered, the solid state in which I kept my operating system, some of that operating system information was actually also on the spinny drive, and I had to reinstall the entire system from scratch. I spent some time fighting with my audio software and drivers, along with Windows 10, and I think I've managed to get everything working. I'm going to check on the video recording after we wake up the next day, and then we'll continue this video. But let's at least spend the night here before we do that. The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful. The option to go to sleep becomes available every night after 2100. The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes. And then, sleep doesn't come. Why? Maybe it's the bed's fault. Check the blanket. It barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. This is your body here. Intimate and warm, breathing. Inland Empire. Under your thrumming high eyelids, you see a dizzying array of colors. You won't get off this carousel quite so easily. Roll over to the other side. It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it? No more thoughts. Fall asleep now. Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you, until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
What is this?
What it says on the can, Harry. Answer the question.
I remember nothing.
Do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
You said who?
Do you remember the warmth of her thighs, between her legs and in her mouth?
Tell me what this is. I'm not answering before you tell me who you are.
You know who I am. I'm the bad day. The one where you ask her, and then later in the streets wandering. It's the worst day of all time, Harry dear. And it's coming. She will hear about it on the phone. Reality will turn into a grotesque nightmare. This'll be the last thing you did to her. Tell me, do you remember the love of your life?
I was left.
That's right, funky baby. And you just stood there. One hand on the bottle, and the other on your dick. Watching her go. Let it all be dragged away from you. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
I can get it all back.
No, it's gone. 3 times gone, and never coming back. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium.
I can come back from this.
You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours, bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding?
I'm trying to solve this case.
You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head.
Something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad. This dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
What? No!
Oh yes, party boy. And it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Electrochemistry. Good going, buddy. Is that how it's going to be now when I close my eyes? Yes. Wait till you see the one with the chick in it. It's going to be a good one. You'll feel even worse this morning than you did last night. What the hell is going on with me? You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down even to think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think. Why is this happening, Electrochemistry? It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to go get some more. Volition. Don't do that. Stay strong. The hangover will wear off. You don't need to keep doing this to yourself. You're right, Volition. I'm not going to go looking for speed. Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of your life for days? Basically a week? Let's be honest, 2 weeks, maybe 3. You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then. You will be fired. That's a lie. I can do this without the speed. Half the town won't be dead, and I promised Volition I would do what it says. Suit yourself, slow, sad shell man. See how you do without your spark. Hey everyone, alright, it's the next day. So I'm going to go and check out my voice really quick just to make sure everything's coming out okay. I'm pretty sure it is, but I'm super paranoid. Okay everyone, sounds like my voice is coming out fantastic. This is awesome. No residual problems left over from the install. And they almost walked outside without actually putting the boots on. We should always equip every piece of clothing that we pick up in case there's something about it. Like we put pants on and our mind has discovered things in the pockets. Maybe something special happens about the boots. And something does. Visual calculus. You look down at the white ceramic sabatons hugging your arches and calves, surprised at how well they fit. I will be responsible with this. This is just to protect me from harm, not to show off. The hardened vitreous enamel, at once sleek and light, adds a glow to your cheeks and a spring to your step. Just imagine what a full suit of this stuff could do for you. This is the long sought-after enemy technology. I can't just enjoy it. I must study it. Remember, this is a highly specialized kinetic redistributor meant to stop bullets. Wear it, observe its properties, see if there's a weakness in the design. Half-light. For the day you have to fight someone covered in the same material. And we picked up a new thought. Fairweather T500. It really hurts to punch this armor. A sword wouldn't leave even a scratch. A bullet would bounce right off. Still, there must be some flaw in it that could allow you to stand your ground against this dangerous enemy technology. You just have to figure out what it is. Possibly beating yourself up while wearing it? Shooting yourself? Let's see. We'll go ahead and learn about this. And then we'll immediately take off the boots so that whatchamacallit doesn't notice me wearing them. That sounds very heroic of us. Oh, we should also equip the bag. And there are more bottles. Let's pick up these bottles. We want to sell them. I guess every day we can clean up a little bit of our room. Did I just not walk in here yesterday? There's a ton of bottles here. And I cannot take the bottles out of the tub. That's a shame. Every 10 cents is gonna help us, everyone. Every 10 cents. Before we go downstairs, I want to walk outside just to look around. Kim looks like he likes looking at the town at night. I think I like looking at it in the morning. I used to be a night person many, many years ago. Now I'm a day person when I can actually manage to get enough sleep at night. I like early mornings. No one's really around, and no one's out from the nighttime doing nighttime things either. It's a great time to be by yourself outside. It looks like there's no one around here today. And I can't talk with her. I also don't see any other bottles lying around. Okay, let's not wear this while we're walking around. By the way, what do we have in here? $1.10. Oh yeah, that'll do it. But every dollar's gonna help, right? Those cigarettes were money. I think we'll be allowed to sell clothing soon. Hello, Kim. Good morning.
Morning.
He gives you a quick nod. Looks like we can get to work at once. The Union muscle turned up. He points to the mess hall doors. They look rowdy. We should talk to them. Are these the men Gart told us about yesterday? I completely forgot. He looks at his notes. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them, by the looks of it. Loud and nasty. Just like the manager said. He crosses something out. One loose thread less to worry about. And what big problem to replace it. Right. So everyone, these are the Union thugs, probably. Well, I should... Police, perhaps, is a better term to use. They are the police because the RCM has not been in this town very often to solve its problems. Just like when this country was taken over by the Coalition, no police force arrived to take care of it either. The Coalition had their hands full. RCM had their hands full. And now the Union is the de facto police here. Although I suspect we still have more power. We have more power than them officially, but maybe not unofficially here. What do you mean, rowdy? I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the Union, these men here. Men who drink beer for breakfast. There's talk of an armed wing of the Union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for said policing. I think it's them. Well, we know why we need to talk with them. We need to talk with them because they might have information about the murder. As the members of the Union, who also do the policing, they might be able to tell us a little bit of information about what they've seen in this area anyway. Not that I'm expecting them to be very cooperative. As for this, we're not going to get any reinforcements. There's a traffic jam outside, or I heavily suspect it's still there. So no. Let's roll. One more thing before we do. He glances at the booth again. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them. Continue with our business. Authority. Good. A power move. Purposefully concentrate on something else first. Logic. But aren't you curious to know what they have to say about the murder? They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I'll leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me. Yeah, I like that power move play by Authority. That, and I'm really in a hurry to get that body refrigerated.
Can I help you?
Gart arches an eyebrow. About my bill for tonight, Gart. Got the 20 real. Yeah, 20 real for the night. Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow. How could anyone forget, asshole? Alright, well before I go, we'll look around. Maybe we can notice a few odds and ends that we didn't notice yesterday. I don't want to spend longer than 8 o'clock here, so I don't want to start a conversation with the gentleman down here. The tomatoes are so thinly sliced, you can see through them. The man ponders his cooking. Oh, the man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence. Leo said you're friends with Mañana. Is that true, Gorsey? The mention of Mañana gets his attention. He smiles and delivers a whole slew of unfamiliar words and lively gestures. Then he falls silent again. Empathy. They're friends. Hey, look at that. That one point we put in at last succeed at that check. What's in the borscht you're making there? Point to the large pot. The man says a couple of sentences in that strange language of his, and then seems to wait for you to speak. Yes. The man looks at you, then at the soup. His face lightens up. He picks up a bottle from the shelf. Barshk need more vodka? Okay, so it's vodka that keeps the men happy and in good spirits, he nods. Clever move by the Union. Vodka, horrific necktie. Vodka borscht. I love it, Bratan. Turn it the fuck up, and then ask for some yourself. Logic. Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea, honestly. The place is a powder keg. Volition said to never do whatever the horrific necktie suggests. No. No vodka. Turn your fingers counterclockwise. Cut it. The cook gives you a long, disappointed look, then turns the stove off and seems to wait for you to speak. Alright, I don't need anything else. Stay masculine. We can ask about the fridge, but I think it's going to be this fridge. Actually, I know it's this fridge because we're almost past the part where I stopped playing, and I don't need... basically, he won't let us put things in the fridge. The fridge is too small to hold that body, which we were told anyway from Gart. Where is my journal? Okay, so... Oh, actually, how are we doing on experience points? 80, not bad. And 3 hours, 22 minutes until we actually learn what the secret is behind the armor. So we're going to walk right past these people. We're not even going to talk to them. You need to see that chokehold again? And let's just head outside. The last time I had done the tiny bit of this day, I actually had talked with them. You can get some decent information from them. I'm not going to spoil it. But it also, they are very agitated and antagonistic. And I suppose we should use this in case we can find anything else out here. And now, everyone, we have officially come the furthest I have come in the game. Everything from here on out will be new. Well, kind of. The girl on the boat, I had talked to her before, so I'm aware of how some of that conversation will go. Right now, I need to store that body, though. Let's look at a few books and then we'll talk to her and then we'll start. On the cover stands a very muscular man, surrounded by flames. The book is titled Man from Hemsdal and the Wildfire. The book has a rose, a pistol, and a half-naked dame on its cover. The book appears to be erotica, but without actual erotica. Oh, that's the worst. Porn without actual porn? Like story? Oh my god, why would you watch that? This is a book about pate. This book. You don't really understand what it's about, nor does it seem important. It takes willpower to even read the author's name. Jean Cosse from Iguinia. A book about Boiderio culture. It promotes freedom and roaring upstream. The book says you must attain a Francongerian hard body at the nearest gym. A book about the future. The government reads your mind using radio technology. Oh, is it a prequel?
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
A young girl with chubby red cheeks waves at you, smiling. Her nose is also red from the cold. I am the law.
I know, sir.
She stomps her feet to feel warmer.
Yes, people get that you are the law. You really don't have to keep saying it.
No, Kim, I need to. We might unlock a thought if we keep saying it to everybody, and I know it makes you angry. Besides, I might be a lieutenant too, Lieutenant, in which case, I want to make sure people know I am the law.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
What kind of store is this, anyway?
It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games. It's called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold your horses, little girl. Oh, Encyclopedia failed. Wow, a challenging check. What's a book?
That is a book. They have stories inside them. It's like someone told you a story in a really long letter.
Oh, what's a postcard?
A postcard is a small cardboard picture. You can write a few words on the other side and send it to your friend or beloved.
Oh, good for her. She's really, what's the word I'm looking for? She's being very patient in explaining to us what we're asking about things that we should know about. And she's not mocking at all. Empathy. She is unfazed by your questions. She would consider it impolite to point out any perceived weirdness. What's a board game?
Board games are like little games on a table, made to pass the time. There are several different ones, but sailors here mostly buy cards.
Interesting. Thanks.
My pleasure. Anything else you'd like to know?
Is it okay if I ask you some questions?
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
Who are these famous people? Oh, kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or magicians, those kind of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them. She scratches her cold reddened cheek, then continues. I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame. Logic. Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them. Reading those doesn't make the readers more famous, does it? But it does make the famous people more famous. She smiles gleefully. Half-Light. They're all dorks. Fame sounds delicious. Maybe someone will write a book about me one day. Why would they do that, sir? Because I'll be a superstar cop, in the papers and everything. That'll show them. That is so cool! Maybe they'll make you a book cover picture and everything. Standing over a dead body, holding a gun. What's your name? My name is Annette, sir. My mom, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organizing the stock. The girl gazes at the window, then suddenly jolts, her eyes wide as if recalling something. Feel free to step in and browse our wares. And you're standing out here in the cold because... I'm assuming that the store is open, she nods eagerly. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. Empathy. A sudden gush of wind turns the pages of the books on the counters. She covers her face, smiling. But she's cold. She is being a really good trooper. Okay, what would Sam say? Sam's noticed that she is cold. I think Sam would ask to help. You're cold. Can I help in some way? Kind of you to offer, sir. She doesn't know what else to say. What could you do to help her anyway? I should have a word with the store owner, maybe? Oh, no, sir. I'm happy to help Mom by luring in customers. She stands upright and smiles like a little soldier. Besides, I have some hot juice in my vacuum bottle to keep warm. To lure in customers. Shouldn't you be at school or something? I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mom keep this place running. Isn't going to school more important than this? Mom says it's necessary to do both, because it builds character. Mom says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in your life. You succeed. How's business going? Mom says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being... She looks over her shoulder. Cursed. Inland Empire. Behind her, the window has been boarded up. You sense the boards creaking, twisting for a second, and some kind of doubt in her tense shoulders. Cursed? In what way? Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go... She's looking for the right word. Ass up? She blushes. I wouldn't really say it like that, but I guess so. Sam was very down to earth, but our inland empire is very high, as is Shivers. And he relied on those things to give him... Like, he had his own spider sense when things were going wrong. He eventually realized that there's other things going on, with Spawn and what have you. But I don't know if he actually believed in the supernatural stuff until Spawn was around. This sounds rather serious. I should probably look into this. Narrow your eyes and look through the... Oh... I don't know. I don't know. What would Sam say? Are we doing a lot? Well, okay. We do a lot of supernatural stuff. Our imagination kicks in, right? When we talked with the corpse and what have you. Our drama is not very high. Our conceptualization is not very high. I don't know if we'll be able to do supernatural. Oh, no, we have 4 points in... We have 4 points in the purple skills. Psyche. But we don't have a whole lot in... Like, we have 1 in Inland Empire. Oh, crap! I was supposed to put a point into empathy, everyone. Right, Windwater suggested that. Let's do that now before I forget. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it was... It was empathy? I'm pretty sure it was empathy. Here you go, Windwater. I thought I put a point in it already. I don't think curses are real. They shouldn't be, but they seem real. Anyhow, they say these grounds are doomed for business. It's just regular trading and selling of things, child. It doesn't work out for most people. Of course, sir. She doesn't know what else to say. What is this crime business? Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals. Huh. Why would anyone want to read about crime? It's exciting to people, I guess. They get to imagine dangerous things. It's kind of like a puzzle, where you can guess who the criminal is, or how the good guys are going to catch him. I'm a policeman myself, by the way. The law, as I said. You don't look much like a policeman. She examines you, as if to find something policeman-like. Huh. Well, what does a cop look like, then? Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen. She points to a book cover, on which you see a strapping Vespertine officer. He stands grimly over the body of a dead woman. It's not your body that's important in police work anyway. It's your... Point to your head. Head! Yes! Authority. No. It's your soul. Your blue soul. Pain threshold. No. Your resilience. Soul. That Mullen guy looks like a... Ham-pillar-man. Who could respect that face? It's not even drawn correctly. He lacks soul. She examines the illustration of Dick Mullen, attempting to find his soul. I'm not sure I understand. A policeman's got to have the right stuff, an ingrained sense of the law. No one would follow a weakling like Mullen. If you say so, sir, she smiles mischievously. He's just a fictional character. He has no match for your soul. Maybe you can show me some real police work, sir? The cover image of Dick Mullen seems to stare at you with harsh disapproval. Like in the books. Oh, wow, that's a composure. Oh, hey! We have an even chance. Should be a book of you. Saw she's cold. Afraid of the Kurtz. That's an even check. Do I have... What's my composure? And we got a +1. What's the worst that could happen? You fail to deduce anything substantial. She waits intently. I'm a detective. I deduce that you are a girl. Come on, anyone would notice that. She rolls her eyes. Say, child, you wouldn't happen to know a good fridge, would you? A fridge? Yeah, like a big fridge a cop could put a dead body into. Ha! She smiles. You mean like the ice bear fridge? Man, that's scary. Ice bear fridge? Yes, like a bear, but white. There's a fridge below the building in the basement. She points on the ground. With red glowing eyes. I went back there once behind the bookstore. Probably a polar bear. Probably for ice cream or something of the sort, or for storing ice. She lowers her voice. Mom doesn't want me to go there anymore. Not that I want to. It was pretty scary. And there's a big fridge there? Yes, she smiles. One more thing. How do I get inside that building? That's the problem. The only way is through the bookstore. But my mom is pretty strict about not letting anyone in. But I don't know. You're a policeman. She says it with admiration, eyeing you up and down. Maybe you can convince her somehow. Anyway, she looks around again, her nose red from the cold. Okay, bye. See you around, Annette. Composure. As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint. Where's it coming from? From a distant sunset. A stage light. Flash photography? Nowhere in particular? It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights. And they solve shit. Yeah, that's me. Oh, are we a superstar? What would Sam do? Sam didn't care about the lamb, I think the land? About the... I had the expression on my tongue and then it left me. He doesn't really want to be a superstar. I don't think he cares either way. I think he just wanted to be a good cop. Yeah, that's me. I've been establishing my superstardom hard lately. Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop. Dick Mullen. Salam Rocky Bye. Badass on the edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera, lights. Wait, what's that about a ludicrous fantasy world? Yeah, you know. Beneath it is just heartbreak, a pulmonary tract infection. I can't pronounce that. Disease. This is where you say action and reconceptualize all that. Reinvent it as the world's first celebrity police officer. Conceptualization. This is the beginning of your legend. No. I'm too downbeat. I won't say those things anymore. Wave off the thought. Nah, Sam wouldn't do it. Ooh, creepy music in here. And lots of things to look at. Gift books and molten candy. Man from Hemsdal series. The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Hemsdal somewhere. Physical instrument. This is entirely, completely you. you have found the right books. Storekeep, tell me about the Muscle Man books. Oh, Man from Hamsdal, a very popular series of adventure novels. She looks at the book with some disdain. They're awfully immoral and violent books. Why are they so popular? Blood and violence, scantily clad women, epic narratives, all those mystical things he encounters. They're bound to grab those with little imagination and nothing to do. Sounds good. Which one should I start with? What does it matter? They're all the same. She rolls her eyes and fiddles with her pendant. However, the customer's always right, they say. If you're a novice of the series, I'd recommend Hamsdalmen, the Man from Hamsdal. It's supposed to be a good introduction to the series. We don't have $9 for this at the moment. But good to know I have an idea of how much they are.
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance.
She sounds like she's... Sounds like this isn't her. Sounds like this is coming from, what are they called? One of the old record players. Phonograph? Sounds like it's coming from a phonograph.
Be welcome. And please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
We're not gonna beg her for money. So, are you the owner of this store?
I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
Her voice is high-pitched, as if to give it more penetration. Suggestion. She has fine-tuned her voice to find the most welcoming approach for attracting new customers. It doesn't work. I was told that there's a huge fridge in the building cellar. Can you lead me there? A fridge? She fiddles with her pendant. No, I don't know anything about a fridge. Aren't you interested in books? She nods at the bookshelves. Drama. For whatever reason, she's lying to you about the fridge. Seems like you have to find your own way to the cellar. Your daughter is the one standing outside the store, right? Annette, yes. My daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post, doing her job like a proper girl? Yes, of course. Wonderful. Did you talk with her? I did. Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her? God. Treating her daughter like an advertisement, a commercial. Empathy. Her opinion of her daughter depends on how well she lured you into the store. 10. She's certainly very polite and helpful. My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. She's immensely satisfied with the answer. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette. The way you're handling her strikes me as wrong. Mind your own business, sir. Her posture becomes very rigid. In our society, people don't get to tell each other how to raise their children. It's none of yours or anyone's business. Okay, let's change the subject. The woman before you scans the store, her shoulders rigid and tense. Every now and then, she nudges her glasses. Okay, I don't see a way downstairs unless behind that. There's a ton of things all over the place here to look at. A quaint picture book brochure, very colorful. It's a tome of fascist magic. Rather candid. Tome of fascist magic. Oh, you know what that reminds me of? A little deviation, everyone, then we'll keep going. When I was really young, my parents rented a movie for us, me and my brothers. And it was the story of these two mages. I don't remember what they were fighting over, but I remember there was a war going on. And I think the movie was called Wizards, if I recall correctly. And the cover was this really weird looking guy in red, I think, who had a gun some sort of like pulse rifle, and he was riding this really weird looking creature, like an ostrich type of looking thing. And I remember that one of the wizards, the evil wizard, I don't remember him casting any spells, but he used these old video reels from there were speeches from Adolf Hitler, speaking in German, and I don't remember what on earth was being said in them, but he would play these, and the troops under his command would be all fired up about it. Maybe that's what's inside the Tome of Fascist Magic. You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
Examine the strange cage-like trinket. You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straws. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there's nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time. The curtains remain shut before you. Shopkeeper, what's behind the curtains? Nothing. Now please go back to browsing books. She fiddles with her pendant. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? The books are all you care about. Conceptualization. She speaks almost as if she's trying to put a spell on you, urging you to buy more books. Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become. Open them. Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more. Sir, don't touch that! I told you it's off limits for customers! Her hand is closed around the pendant, her fingers nervously playing with the talisman. Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous. Perception. Hearing. She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people? I've heard there's a fridge there that I need. Everybody suddenly needs something from there. She waves her hands angrily. Leave the curtains be. It's what it wants. Half-light. Okay. So what's in there has a will and it wants you to enter? This is bad. But I sense this place calling for me. I must investigate beyond the threshold. You do! She grabs her pendant again, visibly shaken. My God, even more reasons not to mess with the curtains. Just step away, dear sir. Ma'am, I'm a police officer, and I need to get in there. Why? It's not like anyone was killed there. She stops abruptly as her hand flies over her mouth, baffled by her own bluntness. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be so impolite. Just, please don't go there. I can't allow that. You'll only make things worse and unleash the powers. Is this about the curse? That's why you're afraid? No. It's just a storeroom for employees. I told you. Now please step away from the curtains. She's almost begging you. I don't care. You can't stop me. I'll open them. No! She raises her hand to try and stop you. Please! Just talk to me, officer. Come here and let's talk this through before you decide to do anything extreme. Half-light. Lies. Rip them open, we say. Inland Empire. There is something mysterious about the curtains. Be careful. Close curtains. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting you. Let's see if we can persuade her to let us in. Can always just come back and rip them open if we fail.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Look, why are you so uptight about those curtains? I just want to know what's on the other side. I've already told you, it's just a storage room for employees. I don't understand why it's so important to you. Just let it go, officer. Go buy some goddamn books. You're supposed to be drawn to the books. If it's just a storage room, then it wouldn't hurt if I just peeked inside. It's not like it's cursed, right? No! She wavers under your gaze, mouth pressed into a tight-lipped frown. Then she breaks down. Okay, fine. It's because this place is cursed, just like everyone said. They don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Are you happy now, officer? Happy that you ruined everything? She closes her eyes and starts mumbling something to her pendant. Suggestion, take it easy. You've broken her resistance. Pushing her will gain you nothing. Have you sought help from anyone? Yes, I've contacted numerous parapsychologists and even a pair of Seminese mediators. They provided me with the wards. She nods at the strange cage-like trinket on the curtains. The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building, even though now I fear it's not enough. Why didn't you just tell me right away it's the curse? It's not good to talk about the curse, not in detail. The negativism, she shivers. Oh, it's dangerous. Talking about the void wraiths angers them. Conceptualization. Wow. Void wraiths. You have new words. Physical instrument. Such wraiths may prove a formidable enemy. Suit up. How does this curse manifest itself? A shiver runs through the woman as she looks around in the dimly lit store. The curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease eating at the very foundation. Her voice drops to a whisper. It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy. She peers at the curtains again. Inland Empire. Didn't that curtain just move? Ah, Annette mentioned that the previous tenants have experienced some financial troubles. It's not just that, officer. We're dealing with something supernatural here. It's the Kako demons feeding off bad business practices and disappointing income statements. There's something wrong with this building, I'm telling you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerily lingering presence, as if I was unwanted here. Empathy. Sounds familiar. Strange, I feel unwanted too. What does it mean? Truly so. Her eyes narrow as she tries to get a read on your energy. Perhaps the dark energies are leeching off you. You shouldn't stay in the store too long. It may be dangerous. Is your pendant part of the wards as well? Point to her necklace. Oh, this? She holds a pendant in her palm. The ochre heart glistens under the lights. No, it's a special Himian amulet, blessed by a desert pygmy shaman with a spell of compulsion. It's to compel people to buy books. There are numerous spells cast throughout the store. I had the books anointed with several different inducement spells. For example, she nods. It's a guaranteed boost to sales, 15%. Sounds like someone's already doomed in this financial district, and sounds like it's her decisions to waste money on this garbage. Look, I don't care about the curse. I just need to get to the fridge. Most certainly not. I'm not letting you open the gates of hell. In fact, I don't want anyone who isn't familiar with the psychic arts involved in this mess. Stay away. Leave the spirits be so they can return to their slumber. Inland Empire. Psychic arts? Sounds right down our alley. That's not a good chance. That's drama? We are down one drama, so before we make the attempt, I think it's our glasses.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
We need a 7. Yes! Haha! Drama. Slither up to her, you silver-tongued fiend. Show her what world-class perfidy looks like. Ma'am, I came here to help. I've handled paranatural situations before. Are you sure? She looks skeptical. Don't think I haven't seen charlatans before. Oh no, I know you've seen lots of them. Most of the stuff in your store, actually, has been you've had them help you in the past. I sense the psychic emanations from afar. The sleeper beyond calls out. She shudders. Oh, I'm not sure I can trust your claims. Honestly, you look like a bit of a drinker. I'm sorry for being so blunt, but... Electrochemistry. Hey! Now, hey! 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 You need a boost of focus, alright? Lieutenant keeps his usual stony calm. He silently picks out his notebook. Esprit de corpse. Go ahead then. Rock her world, he thinks. I'll compose some notes. I admit, I've had my share of drinks, but only because the spectral realm is parapsychologically taxing. How do you know all this? Here we go. I am the Void Revenant. I have the powers to debad all the bad energies. I should have realized a pattern lies within the fabric. The hand of fate guides us. Our meeting could not have been a mere chance. Inland Empire. Perhaps you truly are the one to deliver this woman from the doom. But I am not the only one at risk. I have to think of my daughter. Are you certain you can help us? Keep us safe. I can't allow any collateral damage to hit us. No problem whatsoever. Your family is safe. The phantoms are no match for me. She shuffles nervously. If you promise, good officer, then... She pauses. You might be our last hope. Do you swear it? Hand in your heart. On my honor. Thank you, sir. A timid sigh of relief followed by a cautious smile. There's one more thing I haven't told you about yet. The entity. Do not act surprised. You know of these things, sire. Of course, the entity. For I have sensed its presence. You have? The entity takes the form of a woman, a witch probably. I've suspected that she must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Did you know that she lives inside the chimney? Chimney. The passage between heaven and hell, of course. Yes, that chimney is part of the building's central furnace and it's enormous. She's barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains. God knows what she's doing there. Some unnatural magic, I assume, she shivers. You should find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. What is the source of this curse? Here's the key to the warded door behind the curtains. Take it. Oh, and please, do return to me after you've looked around. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse. What you discover in there. Inland Empire. Unbelievable darkness and ruin. Logic. What you discover. Probably just office space and the damn fridge. Don't be scared. We're very close to leveling up again. And an hour has passed already. Alright. Alright, curtains. It's curtains for you, curtains. You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little cage-like trinkets, your shadow looming over it like an omen. A small terrified "oh" escapes from the Plaisance as she tries her best to look away, her round face buried in her hands. Ghostly silhouettes of hairdryers. No sane person would ever put their head in such a machine. Yes, they would, actually, especially what perms. A vaguely androgynous portrait of a man. Merely looking at that unmanly haircut threatens your masculinity. Oh, why? It looks like Sting. He was pretty masculine. Remember him from the Dune movie. A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked. After exerting some force, you manage to turn the key. It's eerily silent. The door slides open, letting a draft of cold air into the room. Shivers. You feel the tiny hair on your back of your neck rise up, as if someone is standing right behind you. Half-light. An uneasy knot forms in the pit of your stomach. Touch the back of your neck. Actually, no. Let's just go in.
What is this place?
The lieutenant stares at the dusty training equipment. Looks like a gym to me. Yes, but no one's been here in ages. He draws a stripe on the dusty floor with his foot. And I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us. An Empire, an eerie feeling rises in your chest. Kim, what if there's a reason why no one's been here for ages? Yes, it's because it's closed. No need to look for supernatural explanations, where a banal one will do. Let's move on, shall we? Everyone, seems like a good place for us to stop. I will see you all in the next one, and take care, everyone.